Imagine this. A country smaller than California, with fewer people than New York City, sitting on more wealth per person than any nation on Earth. We're talking about Norway, a place where every single citizen technically owns about $340,000 just by being born there. While Americans debate healthcare costs and student debt, Venezuela, Nigeria, and countless others have seen their oil riches become national disasters. Norwegian leaders made a radical choice. They would save almost every penny. In 1990, they established what's now called the Government Pension Fund Global. And here's the kicker. They treat oil revenue like a trust fund for future generations. From Apple and Microsoft to renewable energy projects and sustainable infrastructure, they've even excluded companies involved in tobacco, weapons, and coal, proving that ethical investing can be profitable. Over 80% of Norwegians express confidence in their public institutions. This trust isn't accidental. It's earned through decades of honest governance, open books, and policies that demonstrably benefit everyone. When people believe their government works for them rather than against them, Norwegian businesses thrive because they have healthy, educated workers and consumers with spending power. Innovation flourishes because people can take entrepreneurial risks without fear of losing healthcare or going bankrupt. The social safety net isn't a burden on the economy. It's the foundation that makes everything else possible, funded by the patient growth of collective wealth rather than crushing individual debt. They support long-term thinking over short-term gains, making Norway's patient wealth-building strategy politically sustainable across multiple generations. America's total household wealth exceeds $130 trillion, yet 40% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency expense without borrowing money. Meanwhile, Norway's approach creates broad-based prosperity where financial stress is rare and opportunity is universal. This approach has generated average annual returns of 6.1% since inception. America often allows private companies to extract maximum profit with minimal public benefit. Tax policies, healthcare systems, and education funding all reflect this fundamental difference in philosophy. Norway asks, how can we share prosperity? Imagine if every American child received a guaranteed education fund, if medical bankruptcy became impossible, if starting a business didn't mean risking your family's healthcare. These are utopian fantasies. They read daily realities for millions of Norwegians who made different choices about shared wealth and common good. While America often asks, how can individuals compete for prosperity? The results speak for themselves. One system creates security for all, while the other creates anxiety for most, turning Norway's temporary oil wealth into permanent national prosperity that will outlast the last drop of North Sea crude. Today, this fund holds $1.75 trillion and owns roughly 1.5% of every publicly traded company worldwide, making every Norwegian citizen a global investor whether they know it or not. Norway's success required citizens to think beyond themselves and invest in their collective future. What would you build if you had a share of your nation's wealth? What kind of tomorrow would you choose for the next generation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We genuinely want to hear your vision for a better future. And if this story opened your mind to new possibilities, subscribe to Mindcrafted for more eye-opening explorations of how the world really works. Together we can craft understanding that changes everything. Every investment decision, every dollar spent, every policy change is publicly documented and debated. Citizens can literally track their national wealth online in real time, creating a level of government accountability that breeds genuine trust between rulers and the ruled. Norway could have easily followed this path when they struck black gold in the North Sea during the late 1960s. But something extraordinary happened instead. Norwegians enjoy free education, universal health care, and a government that literally pays them dividends from the country's investment profits. Free health care from birth to death, free university education, paid parental leave for both parents, and unemployment benefits that actually allow people to maintain dignity while seeking work. The result? Norway consistently ranks in the top 3 countries for quality of life. While the United States hovers around 20th place despite having the world's largest economy, this is unfantasy. It's the result of decisions made 50 years ago that transformed a modest fishing nation into the world's wealthiest society. Each year, the government can only use about 3% of the fund's total value, ensuring the wealth keeps growing for centuries to come. This isn't just financial planning, it's intergenerational thinking that most democracies struggle to achieve. While politicians typically focus on the next election cycle, Norway's system forces them to consider the next century. Today, we diving deep into Norway's remarkable story and asking the hard question: why has Unteam, the richest country in history, the United States, figured out the same formula? If you're ready to discover how smart policy can create generational wealth, hit that subscribe button for Minecrafted, and let's explore together. The resource curse reversed. Most countries that discover oil face what economists call the resource curse: sudden wealth that breeds corruption, inequality, and economic instability. Rather than letting oil money flood their economy and create inflation, building tomorrow's foundation today, the Norwegian model operates on a brilliantly simple principle: spend the interest, never touch the principal. The fund's investments span 9,000 companies across 70 countries. The trust factor. Transparency as national policy. Here's what makes Norway's success possible: radical transparency that would shock most Americans. Consider this stunning contrast. While only 20% of Americans trust their federal government to do the right thing most of the time. Beyond oil, the complete social contract. Norway's wealth fund doesn't just exist in isolation. It supports a comprehensive social system that would seem revolutionary to most Americans. This isn't socialism or capitalism. It's pragmatic humanism backed by smart economics. The American paradox: wealth without prosperity. The United States faces a peculiar problem: immense national wealth, alongside widespread individual financial insecurity. The difference lies in how wealth gets distributed and invested. While Norway treats natural resources as collective assets that benefit everyone, your share of tomorrow, a call to imagination. As we wrap up this journey through Norway's remarkable transformation, let's dream together for a moment. The question is, and whether America could afford such a system. It's whether Americans could agree on one.